Saturday afternoon, after flying around in my travel air, I decided to drive over to Chris and Sarah Palmer's house as they get ready to annual their J-3 Cub. And shooting this video, you'll see that their 4-year-old son Jonah and their 10-year-old son Ryan, they're just as much into aviation as any adult. Chris and I, we have known each other for a very long time. You can see in this video coming up that before I built my hangar and my grass strip, Jim, Hammond, and Chris, they flew their airplanes in when I couldn't even fly in. I was overseas working.
Dewey's new hangar spot. That's it. Me and Jim Hammond got to fly into it and park in his hangar before he did. There's his runway. There's the power lines that he's going to need to bury soon.
Gonna need some grass.
Gonna need some grass, Dewey. It's bumpy out there.
It's okay if you leave your car here.
Okay.
Right here. And then you can drive back home.
I just stopped in at Chris and Sarah Palmer's house, and they're tearing their Cub apart to do an annual, along with Jonah and Ryan, their kids. And we're gonna go and take a look and talk to them for a little bit. These kids are pretty crazy. They're funny. They're young aviation enthusiasts. They have more knowledge with airplanes than I do. But anyway, we're at right off the side of Red Stewart Airfield, and they have this beautiful home here in the hangar, and they have a 1946 Cub. So they're doing the annual inspection. It's a family affair.
What's all these recipe Cub parts?
Recipe Cub Piper.
For all you guys that don't know, but Red Stewart's been here since 1946, and Sarah is a steward, so they were born and raised around Piper Cubs their whole entire life. I've known Sarah since she was 16. I was 18 when I was learning how to fly here, and I've known Chris for almost just as long.
What kind of leg
We kind of like you.
Look at the propeller.
Uh-huh.
It has a nose on it. Dad, we gotta take the wings off of the Cub.
Nope, just these fairings.
They are hot.
Yep.
That's why I put them on ground.
What are you taking off? The little covers for the
I'm putting
the aileron cables?
I'm putting the screws back in.
Daddy, what's next?
What are you doing, Chris?
Labeling the screws for the wings. Get to work, Dewey.
I'm trying. It's too interesting.
Will you get that screw down there that I dropped?
So when he does a compression check here, he's checking the compression and how well it's sealed up, and that kind of tells you the health of the engine or that cylinder itself. So Chris is getting to the compression stroke of that cylinder, and now he's going to hook it up. It's going to go to the top dead center of the cylinder.
So you find the compression stroke and then you put the gauge on it. The gauge puts 80 psi of air into the cylinder. And then you move it around. This one is about 74 psi, so 74 out of 80.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And turn the air off. And you take the fitting off.
What are you doing, Ryan?
I'm writing down the numbers of the compression that he's finding.
Do everything, and then you can fill in.
Okay.
Oh, does that sound all right? What do you think about that?
Yeah.
So this is Ryan, and then what's your name?
Jonah.
Jonah. And Ryan is 10 years old, and he's been flying Cubs since how old?
3 days.
3 days. Oh man, that's a little bit before I was. But anyway,
I think it was 4 days.
4 days? He's been flying in Cubs since he was 4 days old. And he's going to tell us a little bit about the Piper Cub. And his parents, you know how long your parents have owned the airplane?
13 years.
13 years.
It was made in 1946.
Okay. Who made it?
Piper, and it was in, wasn't it made in Oklahoma?
Ponca City, Oklahoma.
It was made in Ponca City, Oklahoma.
Have you flown the Cub a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're getting to the age where you can probably reach rudder pedals. Jonah, have you flown the Cub a lot?
My dad takes me Cub rides.
He takes you on Cub rides?
Have you flown a lot with him?
Yeah.
Yeah? Does your mom take you for rides at all?
No, she's not current.
She does. She's not current right now. Their mom and dad's too afraid to talk on the camera, so they put their kids to it. You believe that? I don't believe it. You do a good job, Ryan. You do better than I do.
Thanks.
And you guys will see Ryan flying the Cub at an airport near you pretty soon. Chris pulled the bearings out of the wheels, and you can see here they're in really good shape and they're very clean. A little bit of dirt in that one, so they'll clean those and then repack those bearings, put them right back in the wheels, and
Insolvent?
oh, okay. This is the compression tester that Chris is using, and they got this from Aircraft Tool Supply. Comes as a kit with timing and buzz box, all kinds of different things. But anyway, air hose goes here. This goes into the cylinder. Check the 80 pounds of pressure here, and then you can check the cylinder on the other side. Really handy when it comes to aircraft stuff. It's a must. You have to have it to do an annual. Well, maybe on some people they don't use it.
Which if you want to know or not.
Yeah, exactly. It really depends on a lot of things.
Inspecting the bearings, see if there's any metal it's making, or make sure everything's smooth and clean.
This is that bearing. There it goes. It's focusing on the bearing now. You can see it's all nice and clean.
This one actually has a little bit of corrosion on the non-bearing side, but the rest of it's clean.
You want to go?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm on a wagon ride tour with Ryan and Jonah. And Jonah's being my tour guide right now. He's telling me all about everything. So Ryan rebuilt these tractors. They weren't running when they got them, and a gentleman gave them to him. And Ryan, how old are you now, Ryan? 10? 10 years old. And he worked on the engines, got them running, and then Jonah, he helps him also.
I'm 4.
And he's 4. This is how you live in the country. And they like airplanes too, don't you?
Yeah. And Ryan likes airplanes too.
What kind of airplane do you guys have?
We have Cub.
You have a Cub?
Just one Cub.
Just one Cub?
Yeah, not 2.
We just finished up the visit at the Palmer's house. You guys get to see the kids play, what it's like to be in the country. But also, they took the Cub apart so we can get the annual inspection. Talk a little bit about the Cubs, and actually just kind of see what it's like around here. This is at the Red Stewart Airfield in Zanesville, or not Zanesville, in Waynesville, Ohio. And this is Chris and Sarah Palmer's house. And Chris, he won't talk on the microphone or the camera. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Till then, see you later. And you guys will see Ryan flying the Cub at an airport near you pretty soon. He'll probably be bringing his brother. He's gonna be a wing walker, I'm pretty sure. He's gonna